Hey, how's it going everyone? Chris H here with Techie Should Buy, and the Apple event just ended a couple hours ago actually, and I thought I'd make a video about some of the things that they announced. And if you don't mind, I will be glancing at my computer because I did take a few notes and I don't have everything completely memorized at this point, so I will be glancing at the computer every once in a while. So let's get started. So it's a me, Mario! That's right, Super Mario Brothers is coming to iOS, which is kind of cool, I guess. They showcased a game called Super Mario Run, and it basically, all it is Mario runs in one direction, and you gotta collect coins and stomple on turtles and things like that. It's all the normal Mario stuff that you would expect. Although on top of that, you can compete in what's called battle mode. And it's actually kind of cool because you can see where the other person's at, you can play against a complete stranger if you want to. And pretty much the object of the battle mode is to collect more coins, perform stunts, and impress the turtles. So it's kind of neat. Hopefully this leads to maybe more Mario games in the future, perhaps maybe even classic Mario games on iOS. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So probably one of the things that I was really excited about and what was rumored for the announcement was the Apple Watch 2. To me, the standout feature is the fact that the Apple Watch 2 is now water resistant up to 50 meters. And the really cool thing about that too is they mentioned that obviously they have to include speakers on the Apple Watch 2, so the speakers actually deflect or move out the water, which I thought was kind of neat. The Apple Watch 2 will have a dual-core processor, which is supposed to be 50% faster, and will also feature 2 times the graphics capability as the original. It also includes a second-gen display that's supposed to be brighter, and just like it was rumored before, it does have GPS. The other big surprise for the Apple Watch 2 is that it comes in a ceramic material, which is supposed to be 4 times stronger than aluminum, and on top of that, you also get a Nike Plus edition of the Apple Watch 2. The Nike Plus edition is supposed to be great for runners. It comes with a special perforated strap, Apple Watch strap, and it comes in 4 different colors. So the big announcement, and let's be honest, most of the keynote was dedicated to the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, and they basically talked about 10 of the key features. Now I'm not going to go over all of them in detail, but I will go over a few. So you are going to have new colors. You're going to have a jet black finish, which is like a high gloss finish. You're still going to have the gold, the silver, and the rose gold, but the space gray is essentially gone, and now you have what's called black aluminum. The home button is no longer a physical button. It uses a similar technology found in the newer MacBooks, which basically mimics a vibration, so it feels like you're actually pushing in the actual button. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus is IP67 water and dust resistant, so that's a nice change for this particular phone. Now, quite a bit of the keynote for the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus was dedicated to the camera. So the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus are both going to have optical image stabilization. They're both going to include 12 megapixel sensors, which are supposed to be 60% faster and 30% energy efficient. They both feature True Tone flashes, which actually has 4 LED lights inside of it, 50% more light with flicker sensor. The FaceTime camera is supposed to be 7 megapixel HD with image stabilization. So a nice little upgrade in camera specs for the iPhone 7. The big announcement though was for the 7 Plus. Now the 7 Plus features 2 12 megapixel cameras. It has one wide angle camera just like the iPhone 7, but it also features a telephoto lens too. So the cool thing about the 7 Plus and the fact that it has 2 cameras is that, excuse me, is that you can get a higher quality zoom from further away. So that's what Apple is saying. And on top of that, it's going to include new software built into the camera. It's going to be an all-new depth of field effect, and I guess in the camera itself, the option is going to be called Portrait. And basically, you can. So let's just say if I'm going to take a picture. Let's just say somebody's taking a picture of me with the 7 Plus. You're going to see a nice clear photo of me, but the entire background is going to be blurred out. So that's supposed to essentially compete with some of the DSLRs. They're saying it's, they told people not to get rid of their DSLRs, but it is a nice feature to pretty much compete with that kind of higher end camera market. So the display is pretty much staying the same. It's supposed to be 25% brighter. It's supposed to have the same screen technology found in the iPad Pro, which is the wide color gamut and of course 3D touch. The cool thing is that now the iPhone 7 is going to have stereo speakers, so that's nice. So you're going to have twice the audio volume. And One of the things that they mentioned, which, you know, for some reason has caused a lot of controversy, which I don't get it. Yes, Apple removed the headphone jack from the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. I personally don't see the big deal. I mean, if you're going to use a pair of wired headphones, just use the adapter. I feel like most people nowadays use Bluetooth, but if you don't, just use the adapter. You do get Lightning headphones that are included with the iPhone. You also get a Lightning adapter too, so that's nice. I kind of like their honesty in regards to why they removed the headphone jack. Basically, you know, they said that, yeah, you know, we know the headphone jack is important, but there's also a lot of other features that their user base has requested, and they can't keep all those components in such a small package. So I get it. The headphone jack or audio can be done through the Lightning port, so why not use that since it has to be there for charging anyway. They also announced wireless AirPods. So it's basically Bluetooth speakers that have a built-in, what they're calling a W1 chip, it'll have an accelerometer, dual optical sensors. They'll have 5 hours of music listening, and the battery and charger are built into the case. With the case, you can get up to 24 hours of total listening. And then of course, Apple owns Beats, so Beats is also coming out with wireless headphones with the same type of, or similar technology. So you'll have the new Beats Solo 1 wireless, you'll have the Power Beats 3 wireless, and a lower cost, what they're calling the Beats X. So the new iPhone is gonna have a A10 Fusion chip. It's a 64-bit, 4-core processor. Apple is claiming that this is the most powerful chip in a smartphone. They always say that, but that's what they're saying. Battery life, which I'm still kind of interested to hear if they are putting in a bigger battery. I haven't heard anything yet, but they are saying that the battery life is the longest battery life ever in an iPhone. Again, it's from Apple, of course they're going to say that, but they did say in comparison to like their last year product, the 6S and the 6S Plus, you'll get two more hours of battery life on the 7. On the 7 Plus, you'll get an hour more battery life compared to the 6S Plus. So it looks like pre-orders will begin this Friday, the 9th, and then it'll officially go on sale a week later. Respectively, the 7 range from $649 and higher. The 7 Plus, I believe, is $769 and higher. The great thing though is that they removed the 16 gigabyte option. So you now have 32, 128, and 256, which is really cool that they finally did that. And bear in mind that the Jet Black is only available in the 128 and 256 gigabyte option. As far as announcements goes, it was pretty much what I expected. I was really hoping that they would possibly announce new MacBooks, because the MacBook that I have right here, you know what, I've had it for a little over 5 years. It's been a great machine, but I think it's about time that we might have to retire this thing. So I was really hoping that they would announce something a little bit newer, some type of refresh. It didn't have to be a new design, but just some type of refresh. And either I would, you know, buy that one, or I would buy the refreshed MacBook Pro from last year. But they didn't, no big deal. Pretty much everything that was rumored to be announced was announced. So really nothing new or different. I know for me, whenever I watch a keynote, you know, the last, 5 to 10 minutes, I'm always like glued to the front of the screen, because I'm always hoping to hear those infamous words of,
"We have one more thing."
And when it doesn't happen, I'm just like, "Aw, man." And when it does happen, I'm just like, oh my god, what is it? But there wasn't one last thing or anything like that. So yeah, so basically they had the iPhone update, the Apple Watch update. You have some accessories that they showed, like the AirPods. So the majority of the keynote, I felt, was dedicated to the camera on the new iPhone. So I thought that was pretty interesting. They are touting this to be an amazing camera, so I can't wait to get my hands on it and see just how good it actually is. So tell me, what did you guys think about the Apple keynote? Were you disappointed? Are you happy? Are you excited for the new iPhone? Do you hate the fact that it doesn't have a headphone jack? Let me know in the comment section below. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. My name is Chris H with Tech You Should Buy, and for this video, we're done, son.